So for this workout, firstly, obviously I did a dynamic warm up beforehand, but first to start, I'd like to do supersets. So I did it with a superset of box slash bench squats with trying to pause at the top, controlling the eccentric, and then exploding up. I then paired this with just regular box jumps. For the box jumps, I think this box is around 30 inches or so. And some things I just kept in mind were, good landing mechanics, making sure to try and land softly, not trying to make too many thuds. And yeah. So I rested around 90 seconds or so in between each set. And for this set, all I did was add 25-pound plates on each side while keeping the rep range basically the same. Also, a quick side note as to why I keep looking forward or over to the side. I was watching the UFC 250 fights. And then for the last set, all I did was add two 10-pound plates to each side, again, while keeping the rep range basically the same, around that 6 to 8 range. So moving on, the next lift I did, I kind of wanted to stay with the compound lifts, so I moved on to standard RDLs, making sure to control the eccentric and try to move fast on the concentric. I then paired this with depth jumps. For the depth jumps, basically the only things I kept in mind here were landing with both feet and making sure to get up as fast as possible. Trying to reduce that amortization phase. Here again, basically following the same as the last exercises. I basically just added 10 pounds each side while keeping the rep range the same. For my last set, I felt like this weight was pretty good, so I just kept it and did the same amount of reps as last time. And then moving on, I moved into pull-ups. I did these to failure. I like to add these during my leg days, honestly, because during upper body days, I feel like my arms and stuff get too tired. So I like to do them here. I can only do around like 6 to 8 at the most, and I want to get to around 10 eventually. I then paired this up with single leg jumps to do a little bit of more unilateral work and also increase my ankle stiffness as well as a little bit of force production while taking a little rest in the middle, a little hop, just to get used to it. For the next rep and final rep, I just did as many pull-ups as I could, and then when I couldn't do any more, I did jump negatives. And then for the single leg jumps here, the only thing I changed was I got rid of the pause in the middle and just did straight jumps off the ground in order to increase reactive force. And then for the last superset, I just did forward and backwards lunges, forward 4 steps, and then backwards 4 steps as well. I then paired this with the Pallof press just to do some core work and work some anti-rotation as well. And Pallof press is actually a lot more difficult than it looks. And then for Pallof press, things I took into consideration were just keeping a bend in the knees, keeping an athletic stance, and making sure that I'm pushing the cable forward and not really letting it turn too far in. For the next set, I didn't change anything, and I kept the sets and reps pretty much the same as the first. And then for the last set, The only thing I changed was I swapped out the 30-pound dumbbells for 40-pound dumbbells, and I kept the power press weight the same because I felt like it felt good and was a good weight for me. And then to end off the workout, I decided to work on some muscles that I thought were lacking. In this case, my calves and the muscles around my ankles, as well as doing some isometrics, such as the Copenhagen's for my adductors. And then I feel also my hip flexors are kind of weak, so I also did some hip flexor raises. And here for the calf raises, I just focused on making sure that I controlled each rep, and I also did small pauses at the top as well.